My name is Pejman Gidimi, founder of Secret Entourage, author of Third Circle Theory. And today we're going to answer the single most asked question we ever receive at Secret Entourage. How do I get started? What should I be doing if I don't have any ideas but want to become successful? Where do I start? I think in a lot of times when we think about success, we believe, and because we share this a lot at Secret, we share this a lot amongst many platforms that you may have visited, and amongst many books you may have read, people always say you have to take action, right? And we hear that so many times that sometimes we forget that there's a lot more than just taking action, right? Because we keep hearing, like, you got to do something. If you don't know what to do something. And that's not always true. What I mean by that is you can't do something if you don't know what to do, right? So you can't keep doing something that's nonsense or irrelevant, especially if it's not aligned to what you want to do that's on your path. And if you don't know what to do, what are you going to start, right? So it's a little bit confusing, and especially if we hear it over and over, we tend to forget how important it can be to just learn and to be exposed. One of the things I talked about a lot in Third Circle Theory, my book, I talk a lot about the importance of staying curious. And one of the things we miss in a lot of these messages and a lot of these books is that we always hear the whole, I gotta take action to be successful. But we miss the whole part about, I gotta get exposed to more things to know what I like and dislike. I mean, how do we find our purpose, right? Where do we find kind of ourselves in a place where we can actually create something, move forward, or create action? Well, we have a passion or a list of interests, right? We have skills and talent, right? So we kind of find the juncture where our passion and our skills, what are we good at, like kind of meet each other. And then the third thing is, where do we identify, or what have we identified as a problem? So when our talent or our skill meets a place where we identify need or problem, and our passion is involved, that is the ultimate combination that enables us to take immediate action and sustain that action over time. When the three do not merge or do not mix, then it becomes very difficult for us to actually find or take action and stay consistent with it. For that reason, we must find these three elements in our lives, even in the earlier stages of our lives when we don't know where to start or what to do. We need to do our best to work towards identifying these three things. The first one, like I said, is finding like a talent or a skill. What are we good at? Not what do we like doing, but what are we especially good at? If we're not good at anything, then we're either not looking hard enough at ourselves and understanding ourselves enough, or we haven't been exposed to enough things in our lives. So we need to continue self-education, continue being exposed to diverse sports, diverse interests, business, different things, until we find a niche, something we're very good at within a field. That it could be you're very good at accounting, that you're very good with numbers within business, or it could be something a lot more social in terms of you're very good at selling, even though you've never really taken sales classes or anything else. Once we identify what we're very good at, the next step is to kind of find out what we love doing and what within that are we very good at doing. So I will always loved cars, right? That was my passion. I was very young. I loved cars. I got my cars really early. I worked really hard for them. And then what did I become very talented at was understanding the different cars, the different parts that came in them. And while you think today that you're like, oh, I know a lot about cars, but do you really know every aspect of every car the way you should? And if you do, then that's like you have that amazing amount of knowledge, right? So you have to think about, how do you apply it, right? How do you apply all of this knowledge and mix it with your passion? For me, it was kind of creating VIP motoring, which allowed me to play with cars, with other people's cars, and share that knowledge with people. And still stay within the realm of my passion, but I was much better at people for it because I had an eye for design. While I wasn't a designer per se, I just was good at putting things together. So that gave birth to VIP Motoring, enabling me to kind of turn a car wash business into a tuning shop, and then eventually take that tuning shop, into a concierge service. But when those two met, that was where, the birth of VIP occurred, and also kind of this place where I said, okay, I just understand how to put the two together. And later in my life, the same happened with Secret Entourage. When I created Secret, I found this unbelievable talent I had, which was getting people's potential out of them. And then I also found on this other side that I had this amazing passion for lifestyle. And then I said, how do I put lifestyle with this talent I have together, right? And then I said, well, wait a minute, let's find the need first, right, to this. And I said, the need is too many kids, too many people today don't know where to start, what to do in life, don't know what to follow in entrepreneurship. So I said, how do we put these three things together? And therefore that gave birth to Secret Entourage and my journey in entrepreneurship. So identifying these three things together is going to be ultimately your best bet to understanding what you want to be doing in the future and what to take action on. So if you don't have the passion, then start getting involved in things so that you become good at something. The better you become at something, the more confident you become within it, the more passionate you become at it. Throughout that process, you also become talented at something. And again, that increases your confidence. It increases your need for curiosity and to improve your skill. And then you continuously follow forward. So you're connecting the two. And at some point in your life, through this curiosity, through this exposure to new things, you're going to identify something or a need or something there's a void in throughout that space. And once you identify that, that's the missing piece of the puzzle that enables you to take massive action forward. So I think if you are very young and you don't know where to start, follow these three steps, and I think at some point you'll have enough energy behind you to kind of push you forward and force you to start and take massive velocity and massive action towards the success you've been watching on TV, you've been watching at Secret Entourage, or you've been watching just in the media in general. This latest question is very close to my heart. Someone asked, why does third circle theory matter? So I've kind of answered this in another video that somebody did of me.